The older I get, the more I love the concept of pilgrimage. And there have been some great pilgrimages in my life. I've talked about walking the old road to Santiago, or the Camino, which I did a couple of times in my 30s. In my 20s, I led pilgrimages to Fatima and visited Fatima almost 30 times. And I'm always amazed at how powerful these sacred journeys are in my life and in the lives of the other pilgrims. When we set off on these journeys, one of the things I say in one of my letters to the pilgrims is, before they even begin to travel, is we have to decide, are we going to be a pilgrim or are we going to be a tourist? And what is the difference? Well, a pilgrim is looking for God, is listening for God, is waiting on God. And it doesn't matter what happens, the pilgrim looks for the message in what is happening at that moment. So if the flight gets canceled, the tourists are jumping up and down, they want to be on the next flight, or they're screaming at the airline people or whatever. But the pilgrim is thoughtfully considering, what's God saying to me? What is God saying to me? Maybe he's saying to me, I got to be more patient. Maybe he's saying to me, I got to learn that I'm not in control and I have to just surrender to the journey. You lose your luggage. What is God saying to you? A pilgrim asks that question. The tourist is like angry at everybody until the luggage shows up. And so in everything, when we make a pilgrimage, there is a message in everything, every day. God is speaking to us in a very unique way. And then when we come back from pilgrimage, the challenge is to live like that in our daily lives. To ask ourselves, okay, am I a pilgrim or am I a tourist in this world, in my daily life? The saint I talk about in Rediscover the Saints today is St. James. And, as one of the disciples, Jesus asked them to take the gospel to the ends of the earth. And James went to the west coast of Spain, and what is today Spain and Portugal. And at the time, that was, in that direction, the end of the known world. And he spent his life talking to the people in that region about Jesus. And obviously became a great saint. People have been walking the pilgrimage route for almost 2,000 years. It is one of the most famous pilgrimage routes in the world. And it is a spectacular experience. The thing that St. James reminds us of, the thing that pilgrimage reminds us of, is that we're just passing through this place. This place we call the world, this thing we call life. We're just passing through here, and it is astoundingly temporary. And we do a lot of things to pretend that it isn't. We do a lot of things to pretend that this is more permanent than it actually is. And then God comes into our lives and reminds us, hey, don't forget, you're just passing through here. And so James encourages us today to have the attitude of the pilgrim. He encourages us to examine ourselves and say, are we living as tourists or are we living as pilgrims? Are we living as children of the consumer culture, or are we living as children of God?
Did you know that 71% of the people that watch Matthew Kelly's videos are not subscribers? That makes no sense. We need to change that. Subscribe today. hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, and turn on those notifications so you never miss out on another great video ever again.